Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at the Shanty town Slums by Tokyo, which is currently one of the free for the month assets that normally goes for around $50. Getting into the overview level, we can see first the tree that is moving with a simple wind, this concrete stuff and palm trees. You can see that they are moving, although the wind material setup is kind of funky. And these metal tiles or metal sheets, these wooden supports or beams, these stairs, fences, brick walls, some concrete, some of them are broken or damaged, woods and tires. Here you can see that the assembled houses with the pieces, with these modular pieces. Some of the houses do come as a blueprint and is supported, provided by a blueprint. Going to the lighting only view mode, you can see the detail of the meshes. It may not be that obvious in the video, but very up close you can see that they may be lacking, or it would have been a little bit better if they had a little bit more vertices. Looking at the collisions, you can see that actually the collisions is really good. I really like the collision setup. I think they're just using simple shapes like rectangles and stuff, and that actually, in my opinion, is one of the best that I've seen, and performance wise for collisions. The shader complexity, that's pretty good. Wireframe, they're typically on the lower side of polygons or vertices that we're going to take a look in just a bit. There is an audio included of ambient birds, and then the buildings that I talked about, the blueprints, blueprint buildings, and these doors containing physics constraint component in them. There are also some blueprint splines that are included. You can see that it spawns meshes, in this case fences, that you can easily set up a scene with it pretty fast, which is nice. Also this kind of wooden fence, although I didn't like the last fence. We also have electric cable, although I don't see the tower in the overview level for some reason. And never mind the artifact, but you can also, there's also this road spline along with the like, how can I say, the not water bank, but basically it holds and routes water through. And then we have the meshes, each of them are separated into each folder depending on the type, and then we can see the vertices. Most of them are below 5,000 vertices, which is really low. And then we can see that there are a couple of meshes that have more than one material slots. And then the meshes also have LODs, and just one UV for the texturing and one UV for light map. Only a handful of them are more than two materials. These fences do use opacity mask. Looking at the texture dimension, we can see that there is like 88 4K texture, but although there is like display is lower because of the LOD bias, and then there is 22 2K textures, and then 15 1K, 5 by 12, and then 5 256. Then this has actually changed all of the LOD biases to 0, so it displays the maximum texture resolution. Let's see, setting it all to 0. Okay, now it should be wait, why is it blurry? Am I out of VRAM? No, there is no message about me running out of VRAM. Strange. Why does it looks that blurry? Let's see. Oh, okay. Yes. Now I think I should click on them each mesh to look at it. Now definitely it has more detail, and I prefer this method of providing a higher texture resolution and allowing people to adjust the resolution depending on their need. Check the materials. These are the material instances. These are the landscape layers, and these are the master materials. There are lots of them, but the most frequently used one is the standard 01. Masks and some UV manipulations. One thing I forgot about the textures is that some of them have about 16 textures have alpha channels. Getting into the texture parameters, let's look at the textures first. It's standard base color, normal, and actually this one is not so standard. It's roughness in red, metallic in green, and ambient occlusion in blue. Get back into texture parameters, we can change the colors and to enable 4 channels, because the mask for the mask it also includes, you can enable the alpha channels for it as well. And you can change the color like so, and the UV scale because of the mesh detail. I doubt it looks that good. Metallic on. Oh, okay. The metallic is not converted to parameter, and this subsurface scattering is only for material blend or shading model that enables subsurface scattering. Looking at the UVs, we can see that there are lots of things that are tiled, and some of them have shared texture space with each other, the other meshes. Usually it's like that, but since there are lots of them and like they combine into the same one, there is not much problem. That part in the pole can be overlapped, but still there's no wasted UV. As you can see, that single material with same texture is being shared by so many meshes there. Now going into the demo map or showcase level, we can say the power poles, the cables, the spline cables, like the river or a mud river, and the scene itself is like a small island with the trees and the vegetation. We can see the canals, boats, and some post-processing for the underwater. And what is okay, I don't know what that is. So all in all, I think it looks good. Not the highest quality, but still it's good, it's well made, I would say. It adds a nice touch, and you can do like some FPS maps depending on your setting. You can do a lot of things. I mean, in my opinion, the vertices count is not that high. I wish it was a bit higher. When you're getting too close, especially in lightning mode, you can see like the edges are not that smooth. I did very much like the collision shapes and also the LOD bias. It's basically like the asset maker said that okay, this at this resolution it's more than enough, but if you want higher for whatever reason, for cinematic, whatever you're trying to use, you can still use it and is included. So I pretty much like that. I mean, there are some packs that I've bought, and I wish that it had a higher texture resolution included for my specific use. In this case, it does come with it, and the texture parameter, like the customization and the parameters, I think are more than enough. The mask is well made. You can add some variations to it. Peace out.